On the evening of January 20th, 1931, an ordinary night in Liverpool, England, took a turn that would create one of the most enduring mysteries in British criminal history. William Herbert Wallace, a quiet insurance agent, left his home after receiving a strange message. The previous evening, a caller had contacted his local chess club and instructed Wallace to visit an address in an area known as Menlove Gardens East. It seemed like a routine business appointment. Nothing about it appeared unusual. As Wallace traveled across the city searching for the address, confusion began to set in. Menlove Gardens East did not exist. There were streets named Menlove Gardens North, South, and West, but no East. He spent nearly an hour asking passersby for directions, trying to locate an address that was nowhere to be found. Eventually frustrated and unsuccessful, Wallace returned home. When he arrived, he found the front door locked. After gaining entry with the help of a neighbor, he made a horrifying discovery. His wife, Julia Wallace, was lying dead in the family living room. She had been brutally beaten. The small house showed signs of violence, but little evidence pointed to a clear suspect. Police quickly focused their attention on William Wallace himself. Investigators believed the mysterious telephone call could have been a clever trick designed to create an alibi. The timing appeared suspicious. Wallace was the last known person connected to the victim, and detectives argued that he had orchestrated the entire sequence of events before leaving home. The case soon captured national attention. Newspapers across Britain followed every development. The prosecution claimed Wallace had carefully planned the murder and invented the non-existent address to distance himself from the crime scene. But there was a problem. The timeline was incredibly tight. Many questioned whether Wallace could have committed the murder, cleaned himself up, hidden any evidence, and still made it to his various sightings throughout the evening. Witness statements seemed to support his movements across Liverpool at the time the crime was believed to have occurred. In court, Wallace was convicted and sentenced for his wife's murder. Yet the controversy only grew stronger. The evidence was entirely circumstantial, and doubts continued to surround the verdict. Less than a year later, the conviction was overturned on appeal, making Wallace one of the first people in British legal history to have a murder conviction reversed due to insufficient evidence. More than 90 years later, the murder of Julia Wallace remains officially unsolved. Who placed the mysterious phone call? Was it an elaborate plan by a husband seeking an alibi? Or was someone else responsible for the crime? Despite decades of analysis, books, and investigations, no definitive answer has ever emerged. The quiet Liverpool home, the impossible address, and the unanswered questions continue to fascinate true crime researchers to this day. The murder of Julia Wallace remains one of Britain's greatest unsolved mysteries, a case where every theory seems possible, yet none fully explains what happened on that cold January night.